We turn now to Warren, where Mayor Jim Fouts says he's disappointed with the state Supreme Court's decision keeping him from running for re-election.
In 2020, residents voted overwhelmingly to change the city charter, limiting all elected officials to 3 terms in office. The mayor tried several times to get those term limit rules changed, but failed, then decided he would run again anyway. So the city council filed a lawsuit to remove Fouts from the ballot. Michigan Supreme Court deciding Wednesday not to review a lower court's decision to uphold the city charter and keep the term limits in place.
Today, Fouts firing back with his first public comments since the ruling, and 7 investigator Heather Catallo has been following this legal battle, and the mayor had a lot to say today. Heather.
He sure did.
Wow.
He had a lot to say. He spent a lot of time today touting his achievements over the years, but he also made clear that he's not happy with this outcome. He claimed the courts were manipulating the election and even made suggestions without any proof that there may be corruption in our state's highest courts.
Rather than manipulate the election process, let the people decide. If the people don't like Jim Fouts, out he goes.
Back in 2020, the people of Warren did make a decision. They decided to impose term limits on all elected officials in Michigan's 3rd largest city, including Warren's longtime mayor, Jim Fouts. Nearly 68% of Warren voters passed a change to the city charter that only allows city leaders to serve 3 terms in office.
I'm going to continue to speak out for the citizens of Warren.
Despite those term limits, Fouts decided to run again, so the Warren City Council took the issue to court. The Macomb County Circuit Court said he could be on the ballot, but the Court of Appeals ruled the charter was clear and Fouts had to be removed from the ballot. Then on Wednesday, the Michigan Supreme Court refused to hear the case, officially ending Fouts' legal fight and his campaign.
Macomb County Circuit Judge Toya got it right. Unfortunately, the Court of Appeals didn't, and the Supreme Court just said, we don't want to hear it. I was told you can't criticize them because they are like God. That's why they wear the robe, I guess. But you know what? I wonder if somehow somebody didn't meet with some of these judges, maybe over coffee, maybe over a Coca-Cola, if somehow they didn't change their mind. I don't know.
Based on some of your statements, are you suggesting the Court of Appeals and the Supreme Court of this state are corrupt?
No, I'm saying I don't know. All I know is that they made a decision which didn't make sense. And I know in the state of Michigan, it's very common for judges to be wined and dined by law firms.
Fouts recently held 2 political fundraisers, including one that took place even after the Court of Appeals ordered him off the ballot. Dozens of city officials attended the events that cost anywhere from $125 to $1,000 to attend.
What will you do with your campaign contributions you accepted at your 2 fundraisers so far?
I don't know. I may try to see if I can help other people in a reform thing. We'll see. I don't know. I'd have to check with the law on that. I have no idea.
Fouts filled today's press conference at City Hall with supporters.
I regret the fact that our mayor cannot run again because he's done an excellent job here.
But others, like City Council member Gary Watts, were barred from attending, and city workers were used to guard the doors.
I proceeded to the police department and I made a police report because I was denied access to a meeting on city property that was obviously closed when it should have been open.
Today, Fouts stopped short of endorsing a candidate, acknowledging he could not legally do that from City Hall, but he did make a very clear point to mention his HR director, who was in the room today and happens to be one of the 6 candidates for Warren mayor. Fouts says he'll be making endorsements soon and will stay active in Warren politics, but it will have to be from the sidelines now.
Yeah, a lot of theories today. Wow, we'll see what happens.
Doors being closed, that's
Locked.
interesting as well.
Yes. All right, Heather, thank you.